It was around 11 p.m. Heavy rain was pouring down. Thunder kept cracking across the sky. Rahul was riding his bike back to his village when suddenly his bike stopped working. Seriously, not now. Not. The rain was getting worse, so he had no choice. He spotted an old, abandoned house nearby and ran inside for shelter. The moment he stepped in, bang! The door slammed shut behind him. Rahul fro. Hello. Is anyone here? No. Answer. Just a strange sound. Drip, drip, drip. It didn't sound like water. It sounded like blood. His hands trembling. Rahul turned on his phone flashlight and slowly walked deeper inside. The walls were covered with scratch marks, like someone had clawed them desperately. Then he saw a door at the end of the hallway. On it, something was written. Do not open the last room. Rahul swallowed hard. People really go all out to scare others. Whispered. He was about to turn away when, soothingly, a voice whispered behind him. Open it. Rahul spun around. Was there. His heart started pounding. Just my imagination. But then again, open it. Come inside. This time, he couldn't ignore it. Slowly, hesitantly, he reached for the handle and opened the door. As soon as it creaked open, a cold gust of air rushed out. Inside, complete darkness. He stepped in. Slum. The door shut behind him again. Now, he was using his phone light. He looked around. In the center of the room, there was a chair and someone was sitting on it. Slowly, that figure lifted its head. Rahul's breath stopped. It was a woman. Her face was covered in blood. Her eyes completely white, and a horrifying smile spread across her lips. In a cold, broken voice, she said, "You finally came." Rahul screamed, "Let me go," and started laughing. A deep, chilling laugh. No one who enters this room ever leaves. Soothingly, hands began emerging from the walls. Dozens, hundreds of hands grabbing, pulling him back. Rahul struggled, screamed, tried to escape, but it was useless. The hands dragged him toward the chair. His final scream echoed, "Help!" And then, the next morning, villagers passed by the house. They found Rahul's bike outside. But an old man looked at the house and whispered, "Oh." Someone opened the last room. Again. They say whoever enters that room ends up sitting on that chair, waiting for the next victim. It was exactly 2:17 a.m. The whole house was silent. Only the sound of a clock echoed through the room. Tick, 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 tick. Aditya was sitting alone, scrolling on his phone, soothingly. An unknown video call popped up. From who's calling me this late? Ignored. Italiano. But then it rang again. This time, he answered. The moment the screen lit up, his blood ran cold. The video showed his room, his exact room, but something felt off. The lights in the video were off, and the camera was slowly moving toward his bed. Aditya's heart started racing. What kind of prank is this? He quickly looked around his room. Everything looked normal, but on his phone, something else was happening. Suddenly, in the video, something moved under the bed. Aditya froze. His throat went dry. Slowly, a hand came out from beneath the bed. Long, dark, twisted. Then, a face followed, pale, with no eyes. Aditya shouted, "Who are you?" Then a voice came from the phone, soft, whispering, "Look, behind you." His hands started shaking. Slowly, he turned around. Nothing. No one was there. He quickly looked back at his phone. Now, in the video, that thing had fully crawled out from under the bed. It was standing, facing the camera, stuttering. Then, it smiled. A wide, unnatural, terrifying smile. And it spoke. "Now, it's your turn." The call suddenly ended. Silence filled the room again. Aditya took a deep breath. It was just a nightmare. But then, from under his bed, a sound. Scratch. Scratch. His heartbeat pounded in his ears. Slowly, he bent down to look underneath. Darkness. Nothing there. He exhaled and started to get up, but suddenly, a cold hand grabbed his wrist. Aditya screamed, but no sound came out. It was like something was choking him, pulling him down, dragging him under the bed, into the darkness. His final whisper, Mom, and then nothing. The next morning, his family went into his room. The door was locked from the inside. They broke it open. The room was empty. Aditya was gone. Only his phone was lying on the bed. There was one last recorded call. When they played the video, they fro. It showed Aditya looking under the bed. And then something dragged him inside. Isai, it doesn't come from the phone. It's already inside your house, just waiting for the right moment.